and welcome to the Paranormal Operator YouTube channel, where we talk about all manner of things that go bump in the night. Here, we discuss sightings, news, investigations, and popular media surrounding the paranormal, supernatural, and occult phenomena. So settle in as we search for the truth. I am your host, Adam, Operator 23. In today's episode, we will be discussing UFO sightings brought forth by professional pilots, current sightings over California. In the cryptozoology world, a borough of Pittsburgh has declared itself a Bigfoot Sanctuary. And in the ghostly realm of post-biology, a Ring doorbell in Fort Worth, Texas, may have captured a glimpse of the other side. That, space weather, and events are all to come. Ufology news. So one of the bigger stories, UFO stories, for this past week comes to us from The Sun. It is titled, "Out of This World. I'm a Boeing 747 pilot and see UFOs all the time. I filmed mystery orbs following me for 2,000 miles. Nothing was on radar." And as you can see, it was reported fairly recently as of the recording of this video. Quote, Captain Ruud van Pangamana, I think that's how you say that, 52, who has more than 30 years experience, was flying from Saudi Arabia to Nigeria when he spotted the mystery objects hovering next to his plane over Egypt. So there is a still from his YouTube channel. Here's another one, possibly depicting 4 objects. I'll say possibly because, well, I'm going to pull up his video on YouTube so you can see it. He's filming through glass. So like this right here, that's a reflection off of something in the cockpit. And these may as well, these might as well also be that. So he was flying from Saudi Arabia to Nigeria, and while flying through Egyptian airspace, I guess this is about where he had his encounter. The Indonesian pilot claimed that the bright orbs would move around in several directions and in many different formations. The captain said he saw the same lights on more than one occasion on the Saudi-Nigeria route with Nigerian airline Max Air. Captain Pangamana would mostly see between 1 and 3 orbs, but he would sometimes spot as many as 5 orbs at once. The UFOs would often appear in the same place. Usually somewhere in the Sahara Desert between Egypt and Libya. Okay. Well, that's an interesting tidbit. And they could be seen next to his plane until his landing in Nigeria. So it followed him from here all the way to Nigeria. So what did it say? More than 2,000 miles. That's a long way to tell somebody. So here's the pilot. There's another still. Again, this is a reflection from inside the cabin. They stopped being scary, they made us happy, and became some sort of entertainment during the flight. It's like they are showing us something nice. Captain Pigamana and his co-pilot would try to figure out what the bright UFOs could be from drones or maybe a Starlink satellite. But they figured out that neither of these two explanations would work because drones, A, would not be typically that high, and it's not going to be a satellite because it's too bright. When they called up The air traffic control towers in Cairo, they told him that there was nothing on radar. What we see is still a mystery. Before that, we thought it was a light plane, but it wasn't on our radar. We thought maybe it was a star, but stars don't move. The UFO light shone for a long time and moved. He added, the light moved freely, sometimes forward, backward, left to right, and vice versa. I'm not sure how you would really know if it moved forward or backwards. Presuming that forward and backward meaning towards you or away from you. Because it's difficult to tell that from just a ball of light in the blackness of the sky. And he goes on, just basically restating some of the other stuff that he's already stated. So, if you go to his YouTube channel, I want to say there's a link here. Maybe not. Well. So this video is from a couple of weeks ago. And most of it is nothing. It's him getting up, getting dressed, walking around, having breakfast. The actual stuff doesn't happen until like the 20-minute mark. So yeah, there's something bright there. What it is, who knows? But it seems to grow in intensity and then disappear. So that on top of the fact that he's filming through glass and the fact that his camera doesn't really, I don't know what kind of camera he has, but it doesn't look like it's set up for low light filming. And we also don't know if this object is stationary. It doesn't look like it's moving. It looks like the camera is moving. I don't know. It's definitely weird. You know, he's way up there traveling rather fast, and this thing seems to be keeping up with him. And if he's to be believed, it followed him for more than 2,000 miles. So it is interesting to say the least. You can see here is the guy's YouTube channel, Captain Rud van Pangamana. You can like and subscribe his content, or like his content and subscribe to his channel if you would like. Now there is a further story down here. So this guy, this was a spotting over Africa. Then we have another Boeing pilot, a quote, a fellow Boeing 747 captain with some 9,500 hours of flight time at controls, also told of his bizarre encounters with UFOs. Christian van Heist, I have no idea how to say that, sorry for butchering it, explained that he has seen UFOs that appear to exceed all known technology, reaching hypersonic speeds of up to 23,000 miles per hour. I would like to know how he came up with that number. I mean, you could use radar, I suppose, judging distance and then, you know, dividing time to come up with velocity, but that's fast. That is very fast. The 39-year-old from the Netherlands is a respected airman and an award-winning aerial photographer, yet he has witnessed things he cannot explain. And with former U.S. military pilots coming forward to tell about their own unexplained experiences, that has piqued the interest of Christian. He previously told The Sun, quote, "I realized that what they described sounded very much like some of the strange things I have seen years before. I always thought it was some military stuff I had seen, but now it was possibly something else entirely that even stunned some of the best U.S. military pilots on record." For Christian, one of his most compelling and strange sightings was over Greece as he was flying near USS Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier and her strike group. He was flying a Fokker 50 at the time and witnessed a bright light appear at an extremely high altitude, moving at an approximate speed of up to Mach 30. That's faster than the space shuttle. That's fast. I'm not sure a person could fly that fast and live to tell about it. No known physics can describe what that light thing did for as far as I know. It left no trail or anything like it. Just instant speed and poof, gone. All right. So, I mean, that's, I would say that is, it's pretty telling that you have these professional pilots coming out on record saying these things are here. They're flying around us. We see them all the time. You know, I'd say that lends some credibility to the UFO question. Well, you know, I mean, really, can it even be a question at this point? These things are there. People are seeing them. They can't necessarily be tracked. There's something in the air. There has to be. So, what are these things? If you are a pilot and you have come across something like this, please do reach out to us. Let us know. We would love to hear from you. If you go to our website, Paranormal Operator 23, that's the number 23.com, paranormaloperator23.com, and fill out a report. We would love to hear from you, maybe even have you on the show to talk about your experience. What do you guys think? Is it extraterrestrials? Is it ultra-terrestrials? Is it us? Is it time travelers? Is it the military? You know, who's to say? But one thing we can certainly say for sure is that clearly there is something sharing our airspace with us. So one of this week's UFO stories comes to us from the Express Tribune, entitled UFO Sightings in Palmdale and Lancaster Spark Investigation into Mysterious Lights. And as you can see, the article is relatively recent. This photo is taken, it's a screenshot from a video. So this is actual, this is speculative. Or as some of us might say, malarkey. And for those of you that don't speak boomer, malarkey is BS. Quote, "These mysterious events, widely shared on the Ring Neighbors app." So I'm assuming this is like a Ring doorbell camera app thing. "Have led to numerous accounts from locals describing encounters with flying saucers. The growing number of sightings has prompted local officials to begin an investigation. One detailed report came from a resident who witnessed an erratic light in the sky. Me and my daughter saw what we thought was a shooting star. but it suddenly stopped and zigzagged north. Another resident, while walking their dog, described a bright light hovering in the sky, initially mistaking it for a plane. Inspired by these reports, another resident ventured outside with his mom and reported seeing 6 objects within 10 minutes. Of all the accounts, the common elements were hovering craft with abrupt directional changes, and that there were usually more than one object. This is, raised some curiosity and concerns with the community, as you might can imagine. However, some skeptics have suggested that the sightings could be attributed to drones rather than ET. Local authorities, aware of the area's proximity to the facilities like Northrop Grumman, who deal in aerospace, are seriously investigating the reports. While some speculate that the sightings could be advanced military aircraft, others believe they may point to something more extraordinary. As the investigation continues, residents remain vigilant, watching the skies for further signs of unexplained phenomena. Alright, so this was posted to X by @DarksideAdvocate, replying to Ross Alerts. So I suppose it could be a drone. It's really hard to tell how close it is. It doesn't look like it's that far away. But again, it's hard to tell. It could be a drone with the what do you call it? The RGB setting, where it's got the red, the green, and the blue just kind of like circling around. So, I mean, you can see it's going around and 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 around. So maybe it's a drone. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you like the video, like the video. If you like our content, please do like, share, subscribe, and let everyone else know about us. Space weather and meteor activity. So here's a look at our space weather, brought to you from spaceweather.com. Strong geomagnetic storm, so a CME, hit Earth's magnetic field on August 17th, sparking a brief but strong G3 geomagnetic storm. The timing was bad for both European and North American sky watchers. Daylight washed out what must have been a widespread aurora display. The CME was hurled toward Earth 3 days ago by an X1 class solar flare from a sunspot. A black dot on the sun. Sunsets have been a bit different since sunspot AR3784 appeared almost 2 weeks ago. The black circular active region is making a black dot on the setting sun. And there you can see the black dot right there. So that's AR3784. So, yep, it's moving. This picture was taken near Fortaleza, Brazil. And as you can see, it is big enough to see with the naked eye. Unlike other sunspots, which tend to be spread out in magnetic archipelagos, AR3784 has a centrally condensed dark core that really pops when the sun is dimmed enough to look at. Emphasis on dim. Don't look at the sun. It's a bad idea. Alright, let's come down here and see what we got to worry about. So today is, as of filming, it is the 18th. So, nada. We got this guy coming in tomorrow. It's going to be 1.8 lunar distance away. And it is 25 meters in diameter. That would wreck your day if it came nearby. Nothing really else. Nothing much happening through the rest of August, though. So we should be good. Speaking of nearby asteroids and celestial objects, let's take a look at the American Meteor Society and see what the outlook is for meteor activity. During this period, the moon reaches its full phase on Monday, August 19th. At that time, the moon will lie opposite the sun in the sky and will be above the horizon all night long. As the week progresses, the waning gibbous moon will rise later in the evening, allowing a small window of opportunity for viewing under dark skies between dusk and moonrise. Unfortunately, this time of night offers the lowest meteor activity of the night, so little will be seen at this time. The estimated total hourly rates for evening observers this weekend should be near 3 as seen from mid-northern latitudes and 2 as seen from tropical southern latitudes. For morning observers, the estimated total hourly rate should be near 5 for mid-northern latitudes and around 4 for tropical southern latitudes. But actual rates may vary depending on where you're at, how much light pollution there is, and such. The radiant area, so the point you want to be looking for in the sky. Positions, rates listed below are exact. Saturday, Sunday. Da-da-dum. Alright, so let's see what asteroids, or what meteor showers do we have. So there is the Southern Delta Aquarids meteor shower. It is going on. It's going to be ending August 23rd, so it has already peaked. Yeah, it peaked back in July. We got the Perseids, which will be ending actually this Saturday, August 24th. So yeah, it peaked last week. Our next big meteor showers, we got the Southern Taurids, which will be coming in September 10th through November 20th. The Orionids, which will be in October to November. And then the Northern Taurids, which will be from October through December. That has been our space weather news and meteor activity outlook. Cryptozoology news. This week's Cryptozoology news article comes to us from Patch.com. It is entitled, Pittsburgh Area Borough Declares Itself Official Bigfoot Sanctuary. A Pittsburgh area town has embraced the legendary Bigfoot and is mulling an educational museum focusing on the creature. Quote, Derry, Pennsylvania. Chances are you have probably never heard of Derry. It's a small borough of about 2,600 people located in Westmoreland County, about 45 miles east of Pittsburgh. Derry officials hope to make more people aware that it's an actual place by embracing Bigfoot. Borough Council this week approved a proclamation Tuesday from Mayor Grant Nicely declaring the creature, whose existence has never been proven. Does it really need to be? I don't feel like it's gonna ever happen. But anyway, as the borough's official cryptid, so it's not their official animal, it's not their official primate, and not their official mammal, but their official cryptid. Good on you guys. That's good. Good wording there. But wait, there's more. Per the proclamation, Derry is now an official sanctuary for Bigfoot, and the borough is now to be known as the gateway to the mysterious Chestnut Ridge. According to the Latrobe Bulletin. I'm assuming that's how you say that name. Dairy officials are looking to capitalize on sightings of the large hairy creature around the borough that go back decades. The sightings have been particularly prevalent in the Chestnut Ridge area. The Pennsylvania Bigfoot Society has not weighed in. Let's see. That looks like he just copied and pasted the exact same paragraph. And the borough officials are teaming with the state society and launching a Bigfoot museum where they can learn more about the big guy. Attempts to reach Bigfoot for this story were unsuccessful. Cheeky. I like it. And this one here posted August 16th, so just a couple days ago. It's interesting. You know, I have a map here. So here's Pittsburgh. If you ever get a chance to go to Pittsburgh, that's actually a pretty cool place. Ligonier, also a really cool place. Well, let me rephrase that. Fort Ligonier is a really cool place. I don't know about that town. But here is Derry. So Derry, Pittsburgh, and one thing I can see right off the bat is you have basically a greenway, unbroken. And, you know, if you know anything about wildlife biology, animals need they need greenways to get from point A to point B. And Derry, which is on one side of, I'm assuming this is a mountain ridge running along here, is right up against it. So I'm wondering what area this is. I guess it's still Westmoreland County. But good on you guys. I think it's a really good idea to name the town's official cryptid. And I also would say that because of its positioning along what could be a fairly well-traveled greenway, that they might actually be making a difference here. So, good on you guys. Post Biology News. This week's Post Biology News article comes to us from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. The article is fairly recent, although the actual story is about 5 days old, as of the recording. It is entitled, "Spooky, Did This Ring Camera Spot a Ghost? Fort Worth Homeowner Wants to Know." Seeing that on my Ring doorbell, I would want to kind of know too. And the lady's name is Rudy Laura. It is easy, quote, "It is easy to get spooked at night when you hear creepy sounds or see sudden strange movements. To some people, the unexplained could be paranormal activity. A Fort Worth homeowner thinks she was visited by a person or something else. My Ring camera just told me there was someone at my front door, and this is what I saw. Does anyone else see what I see?" she asked about the 3 photos that she shared on the Nextdoor social app. So this is the main photo. It's kind of long. Let's see if I can get this all in one frame here. So this is her kind of a sidewalk. So her driveway's like over here, and you get out of your car, you walk up, and then in. So like the front door's right here. This is holding up her porch, and then this is these are artifacts from the light behind us on our front porch. This is another house This is actually across the street, so it's difficult to tell in this picture, but we'll pull up some other pictures here in just a second. She actually has a total of 3. But looking at this photo, you can see there is a black mass that comes all the way seemingly to the ground. It does appear to have 2 distinct legs that you can see through, or rather between, and possibly 2 arms. So if these are the legs, these are the arms, the head, I would suspect somewhere up here behind these lens flares. If it is a person, though, it's really lanky. Like, that's a tall, skinny, I mean, it seems really elongated. Also, I kind of thought it was weird how this down here seems to be darker than the upper portion. But, I don't know, that could just be me. So the photos appear to spot a human-figured shadow near the sidewalk by her porch. Many who responded were skeptical of the sighting, yet agreed that it looked like a ghost. Others admitted that the figure was odd, but had their own assumptions. One respondent said, quote, "My Ring camera, where I used to live on Locke Avenue, would alert me to someone being at my door from time to time. No one would be on the film, but in one instance I could hear someone speaking like they were a long way off. I couldn't distinguish the words it was speaking, and neither could a friend of mine. Spooky." While there's no confirmation of what the figure was, people wished the homeowner good luck. And then you can see this is where the article was published originally. So if you click on this link, that will take you to this. So here we are on the Nextdoor social media app. 5 days ago, my Ring camera just told me there was someone at my front door, and this is what I saw. Does anyone else see what I see? So here we get the big shot for context. And I don't know if it's going to let me zoom in on this or not. No, it's not. But anyway, you can see that there is a yard, right? So there's a yard, street, and then that is a house on the opposite side. And then this is the photo that it looks like everything was taken, most of everything was taken out of. So, Rudy Laura, Fort Worth, Texas. What do you guys think? Is it a shadow person? I mean, it seems pretty dark, but it's transparent. You can see the gardening through whatever it is. This is a tree right here, if I'm not mistaken. It is interesting to say the least. And if you or someone you know has ever captured something like this on your Ring camera doorbell, feel free to let us know. Reach out. We are always looking for new and interesting stories. And if it's interesting enough, we will be more than happy to let you come on the show. So do keep us in mind. Upcoming events. So, our events can be found on paranormaloperator23.com. Just navigate to the community resources page and you can find our calendar. If you are organizing an event or know an event that would like to be listed, we do listings for free. Just reach out to us. You can either email us or reach out to us on any of our social media. So, September, we got a couple of events here. First, we have the Mothman Festival, which will be in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the weekend of the 21st to the 22nd. Next, 27th to the 28th, is the Indiana Bigfoot Conference in Nashville, Indiana. Saturday the 28th is the Sick Chick Flicks Film Festival in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. 28th through the 29th is the WPA Cryptid and Supernatural Expo in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. September 30th is National Ghost Hunting Day. So find your significant other, a spooky location, and get out there and hunt some ghosts. September 31st through October 1st is Exeter UFO Festival in Exeter, New Hampshire. Looking forward to October, we have another handful of events. There's the Hanobia Bigfoot Festival, the Halifax Paranormal Symposium, the South Carolina Bigfoot Festival, which I will hopefully get to go to this year. I wanted to go last year and just scheduling. We got the Rougarou Fest, Texas Bigfoot Conference, the Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival, and the Yakima Valley Bigfoot Con. So those are the events for the next couple of months. But I do want to point out one here in particular. We have the Sick Chick Flicks Film Festival. Established in 2016, this film festival screens short and feature-length films in the genres of horror, sci-fi, and fantasy. The emphasis will be on female-driven independent films. The date again is going to be September 28th from noon to midnight at the Varsity Theater in downtown Chapel Hill. Let's take a look at what's going to be shown. So starting at noon, we have our first block, about 30 minutes, a handful of short films. And then we have a block about every hour or so. Short films. 2:30, there will be a panel. A feature film will come on after that. Then another block of short films. Dinner break. Another block. Panel at 8 o'clock. 3 more blocks. And then the awards will be handed out at 11:30. We went there last year. It was a really good event. I spoke to a lot of talented actors and creators. If you are in Chapel Hill and you want to support female films and you like horror, sci-fi, and fantasy, then I would definitely recommend this event. You need to come out and see these films, support these creators. So again, here is the address. It's 123 East Franklin Street, Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And then let's see, tickets. So you can buy tickets at the door or you can reserve them here online through Eventbrite. They are $20. So I hope to see you there, September 28th, downtown Chapel Hill, for the Sick Chick Flicks Film Festival. And that's going to do it for the events. So that's all we have time for this week, folks. If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the little bell notification icon to make sure that you get updated whenever we do upload our next videos. You can find us on Twitter at ParanormalOps23 and Instagram at ParanormalOperator23. We are also on Facebook, Threads, and just about all other major social media networks. If you have a sighting or experience of the paranormal, whether that be a UFO, a Bigfoot sighting, a sea monster, a ghost, whatever it may be, and you want to let us know about it, please do reach out to us. Our email is paranormaloperator23, that's the number 23, at gmail.com. So guys, what do you think? Are these news articles interesting? Do you think they're like, how about that photo on that Ring doorbell? It looks pretty conclusive to me. But let me know what your comments are down below. If you like what it is, if you don't like what it is, because it can't be what it ain't, then let me know what you think. Until next time, keep searching in the dark.